90-day plans. What are they and how can you use them to increase your productivity? That's what you're going to learn in today's video. Hey, I'm Lise Cartwright and welcome to the Hustle and Groove channel where you're going to learn all things productivity, email marketing and online businessy tips, tricks and strategies. I'm excited for you to be here and I am super excited to chat to you about the 90-day plan. This is something that I have been using now for a couple of years and it really makes so much sense to me. So the first thing to understand about a 90-day plan is it's all about flexibility and allowing you to focus on one or two things over the next 90 days. Now, why might you choose to do a 90-day plan versus planning everything out in advance? Well, when I first started looking at these, that's what I used to do. I used to have this massive plan for the year of all these things that I wanted to do. And then by the time January, February, and March actually rolled around, I was just getting started in my business. Like I hadn't really done anything in that first quarter of the year. And then by the time I got to June, I was like, I haven't even done half the things that I wanted to do in my plan because you know what? Life happens. So the reason why I like a 90-day plan is that it allows me to focus on something for 90 days and that's it. I don't have to worry about what I'm going to do in the next 90 days, nor do I have to worry about what's happening in 6 months time either. Now, I'm not saying that you wouldn't plan out your year, that you wouldn't have an idea about the launches that you want to do, the books that you want to write, the products and services that you want to provide. You definitely need to have that. But you need the flexibility to move things around, which is what a 90-day plan allows. So the first thing about getting one set up is identifying your priorities. So taking a step back and thinking, what are the one or two goals that I want to make sure I achieve throughout this entire next 12-month period? What does that look like? Then you're going to come back and go, okay, so now that I have got these one or two goals that I'm going to be working towards, what are the things that I need to do to get me there? And then coming back even further going, okay, now that I know what that looks like, how does that map out into the next 90 days? What are the things that I need to do at a task level to move me forward to achieving those goals? This is where you definitely want to make sure you've got actionable, measurable goals. And what do I mean by that? Because I know that people kind of say that all the time, and then you're like, I have no idea what you're talking about. So it's like putting deadlines on top of them. Like, so for example, I have that I want to write 4 best-selling books by November 1st, 2019. So I know that to achieve that, that means I'm going to have to plan. I'm not going to sit around and wait till November to write those books and launch them. I'm going to have to do some planning. So what does that now look like? That means every quarter, I pretty much need to be writing and publishing a book for those different quarters. So you kind of map that out. So then it comes down to, okay, now I know what my priorities are. How does that fit into the next 90 days? What are the things that need to be done? So I do all of this inside a Trello board, which you can see below. You're more than welcome to grab a copy of it. Just go and fill in the details that you need to get access to that. So my Trello board has a 90-day card which lays out what my goals are for that 90 days and what the priorities are and all the kind of things that I need to achieve to get there. So not the mini tasks, but just the high level things that I know I'm going to need to do within that 90 days to get that priority moving forward. Then I will split that out into 30-day blocks. So I know that month 1, I'm going to have to do all these things. And I'll break that down into the weekly tasks and the daily tasks that I know I need to hit to be able to move that forward. And then I just kind of map that out on a calendar. It's all plugged in. I put in deadlines. I tag myself so I know what that looks like. And it allows me to, at a high level, see what's happening And then as the end of that 90 days approaches, I can then sit down and go, okay, what did this 90 days just look like? Do I need to make any adjustments for the next 90 days and go from there? So a 90-day plan is really about flexibility, and it's also about making sure that you're clear on what your priorities are and what your goals are so that you're working towards them versus just setting a whole bunch of goals and then at the end of the year going, I didn't achieve any of those. And that's generally because you didn't have a plan in place. Planning is the key to productivity and making things happen. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit subscribe and like so that you can continue to see more stuff from me, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.